Grand Rise fam. So y'all already know that I like the natural light in the mornings and the daytime. So we're gonna try to rock with it. Might have to turn the big light on, but we'll see. So I want to start my morning off by doing something fun. Oh, maybe I should do this. Yeah, there you go. So maybe I should start my morning off by doing something fun, which is something that I wanted to do, which is give you all a little kitchen tour. So I cleansed my kitchen yesterday because we still in the year of the snake and we still shedding up in here, getting everything fresh and reset. So I got rid of, but I didn't throw away, but I got rid of everything that's not alkaline, that's not on Dr. Sebi's eating plan, his way of life for health. So, but they're ready to donate over here. And then there are some frozen foods, but those will have to stay in the freezer until I can give them to whoever wants them. I'm just waking up. Well, no, I've been up, but I just started talking to y'all. Before this, I was just like whispering to my babies, really quiet morning style. So now we getting the vibes of the day on. So let's do this thing. Honestly, I think I'm gonna have to turn on the light. Oh, I don't want to. I don't like the light. Let me see. You know what? Okay, check this out. So this is a good opportunity to show you all my towels, okay? This is my hand towel. I need new towels, to be honest. These are so old and they're like, I wash them all the time, but they're just getting old, you know what I mean? So there's my hand towel. They've been drying overnight. This is my dish towel for drying my dishes. Drying my dishes now. That's why you don't see no dishes on the counter, okay? Holla. And then this green one, that one's for drying my kids' plates. Okay, so let's get this thing started off, right? Pardon me, I'm getting over this thing. I know it sounds gross, I'm sorry. So I got these little lights under the cupboards. I put them there. How come this one's not on? Maybe I didn't turn it on. There. Yeah, so it's slick because you can change the colors and you can change the brightness. Oh, we got blue. Yellow. Let's turn up the brightness. Okay, that's all the way bright. Purple. So it's actually really interesting to watch the colors on the pictures that I have up there. And by the way, these are all like ghetto fixes. I took a calendar. I went to Walmart a few years back and I bought a tropical calendar that was on sale, for like $1.97. And then I got each of these picture frames from Walmart for like $1.97. And then I just cut out the pictures from the calendar and put them in there because sometimes broke people still want to decorate, So, but yeah, okay, so let's do the regular white for this. Yes. Okay. I've got my tea all hanging. I'm about to make some tea. Kids' plates. Yeah, usually. See, this spatula is wood, and it takes a little while to dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in the drawer here. I let it dry overnight, because that's the only thing that I have that's wood that doesn't dry right away. So yeah, the tea ball is hanging, ready for some tea. This is what I use to give my guys smoothies and water sometimes. So I'll make them a big smoothie, but then I'll take this cup and just put a little bit in here at a time so that the bigger smoothie stays food safe, especially because I have 2 of my iguanas and we have to do everything at separate times. So, if I have the big smoothie out, trying to follow them around and give them smoothies, it just might get to room temperature multiple times per day. So I just pour out into this Bob Marley glass, which it looks like a shot glass, but I think it was a candle holder. My dear friends gave it to me. Shout out to you all. You know who you are. I'm not trying to, put your business out there and all that. But yeah, my good friends gave this to me and it's really special to me. So this is what I use for keeping the kids hydrated and hydrated during the winter. So put this back here. I keep it here because it's super accessible right on my way to, to go out and give them their water or their smoothies, halfway in between them and the fridge. So yeah, kids' plates. I washed the kids' plates last night. Usually I have them kind of tucked in here after I wash them, just so that the counter space is more freed up. All right, so let's see. Let's start. Let's just go in order. All right, y'all. Dishes. That is Skip Marley up there. Nesta is in the other room, but one of my dear friend, her sister made that for me. So that is Bob Marley's grandson, Skip. And Caribbean sand that my friend gave me. And then a little stash box that I bought from a Rastaman at a garage sale over the summer. I used to keep my ganja in there. My ancestors, which came from my friend Kathy. So that's the top there. These dishes came from my friend and I love eating off of them because it just feels special. My friend actually gave them to me to sell at a garage sale when I was selling my house, but I was like so just under pressure with everything and tied up with time and working and everything. I just never got, I started getting the garage sale set, but then I never had the garage sale. So I kept a lot of what she gave me and I use it daily. They're just so cute. So there's the little cups that fit right on the saucers. And then there's bigger plates and then bigger cups and like a milk or cream pouring cup here too, which is super cute. But I actually use these as bowls and as good portion control because I eat. When I make my meal at the end of the night, I'll make a whole pot of food, It's like I'll boil a whole pack of chickpea noodles for a dish or garbanzo beans and make a whole stew, but I'll eat the whole pot. You know what I'm saying? So portion control for me is real. I love my food. So side note. So this big old stainless steel bottle I use for drinking my water during my summer job, which I work outside and I'm outside for pretty much the whole day. So yeah, this thing is massive. Look at how big this thing is. Massive. So we've taken this on camping trips and stuff like that. But yeah, this by the way, hold up. By the way, I haven't had my water yet. Let's drink water together, y'all. First thing in the morning, I like to have a glass of water. Cold water. The tap water gets really cold. Disclaimer, the tap water is the only thing that I'm doing that's not alkaline. So, yeah, let's drink some water together, y'all. First cup of water of the day. So good. So refreshing for the body. Oh, so good. And we're in the Midwest here, and it's a cold January day, by the way. But it's all year round, even it's we go from, and it just started snowing too. So it's we go from the Midwest winters, which are so cold and dry, to then the humid summers, which, are also dehydrating. So yeah, drinking that morning water is just, it's so good. It feels like a little waterfall going through my chest and my belly. It feels fresh. Okay, so that was that water bottle. And then, yeah, so I'm single, so I don't have to have a bunch of stuff. So, I'm just giving y'all my little tour of my little spot. My Metallica bottle, holla. I got this at the last time Metallica came to town, I got this. I got a package. Like, I had bought the ticket like a year in advance. Literally, that was like the first time I ever paid my mortgage late because I bought a Metallica ticket. But in fact, I don't think I even paid it late. I think I like went to the bank and figured something out, but it was like last minute. So then I've got my two, because I did some downsizing here. Oh, and I'll give you a tour another time of like the little cafe, the dining room office cafe area. But I can, like, that's from my friend. I can see stuff that's from some of my friends. I love having stuff from my friends around. You know, I literally, every time I use stuff that my friends give me, like, I feel good and I think of them and, like, you know, I have them in my heart and I feel loved and, like, it's really a vibe. Okay, back. So yeah, this, when I bought my house, there was an orchid in here. I think that's what that's from. No, it was when I was working at the grocery store. That's what it was. And they gave away orchids one day. I think that's what that was. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, it's like cute and it holds things. And it's white, which matches, you know, the paint. So that's where my forks and spoons go. And it fits right here. And then I got my 2 jars. Y'all, these are my 2 jars. The containers are up there. Oh, I want to show you something too. Let me tell y'all something. I used to hoard jars. Like, not hoard, but maybe halfway hoard. Like, I used to collect all the kombucha bottles I would drink. And, like, they would fill my cupboard. And I had intended to make kombucha, but that didn't happen. So I was like, you know what? I have to start giving and donating and recycling because I do not need to have 50 empty bottles taking up space. Like, I ain't got space for that. I got 2 iguanas in a studio apartment. I don't have a storage locker. I have all their supplies. You know, I have my craft stuff. You know what I'm saying? Though, like, I have a dishwasher here I could start storing stuff in, but instead of having everything just crammed, filled with my stuff, it feels better to just have what I need, I've learned. So I have my 2 jars. And yeah, these containers, I've probably mentioned this in videos before, but I got these from Puerto Vallarta when my friends and I went. And this was like the souvenir that I got for myself from Walmart because these containers, bro, they're the perfect size. They're like heavy duty and they have a plastic lid. They're round and the plastic lid screws on. Like, I haven't even seen this type of a container that is this size and is round with a plastic screw-on lid. So bet this is what I brought home with me for my souvenir. Like, I'm not really like a, I don't know, like go shopping, get souvenirs type of person, but I use these constantly. Like, they're always in use. So that's that cupboard. All right, we moving on to cups. I had a collection of coffee mugs, you know, mugs and cups. I had so many. And I always was like, yeah, when I have people over, you know, I'll use these and people can choose like which one they want. But I had to get over that mindset because I don't really have people over. So, you know, it's like I just got to do things for myself, you know. So I chose my 4 favorite mugs. And that's what I kept. The ones that I use. So, yep, so those are. And this one is from my friend. And I love this one, man. I drink my tea out of here every day. Shoot, I'm about to make some elderberry tea that my sister gave me. My big old Garfield mug. This thing is huge. And this thing I can use for a cup, too. And then one on the top is just so cute. And it's a small one. I think I got that one from my grandma. I think my mom gave me that, but I think it was my grandma, so it's like special. And then the one that it's sitting on top of is from my friend. I love tropical vibes, so the seahorse reminds me of Florida. I want to go to Florida. I would love to go to Florida. I need to start like doing side hustles. So this is my, I wasn't actually gonna go this in depth, but let's just do it. Come on, let's do it. We're already halfway through. Let's do it. So this is my, I got these from my friend Kathy. She gave me her blender set. So this one is super efficient because they're lightweight, and then they have two different lids. They have this one and then the other one. This one, you would think it would blend stuff up more because it has the two blades. There's another one that only has one blade, but it's interesting because the one with the one blade seems to blend stuff up finer. So I really don't know about that aside from just knowing what I know, that it does that. And then this salad shooter, I use this for both of these for myself and for my iguanas. This salad shooter is also from my friend Kathy, man. She hooked me up. So was that coffee maker, but I'm gonna try to give it back to her because I don't drink coffee anymore. See if she wants it back. But yeah, the 90s are knocking. They want their salad shooter back, but they can't have it because I use it every day here in 2026. So this thing is bomb, dude. It's light, it's light, small. You just plug it in. You put the vegetable in here and you shoot it right out onto the plate. And there's different graters. So you have like one that has the bigger holes. You have one that's finer. So yeah, these things are treasures to me, y'all. You don't even know. Oh, and one thing I was gonna tell you, I almost forgot, but then I saw the plate sitting there, was that these plates, not only do they fit perfectly underneath those glass cups, but I use them to steep my tea because they fit perfectly on top of every single mug that I kept. Holla. So, and one of the things I do is I always drink my water out of a glass cup in the morning. So, let's keep moving. This is the part that I initially wanted to do the tour for. We turning on the light. All right, this is my Dr. Sebi approved. I just started stocking up, balling on a budget. So I'm going to stock up a little bit as I can to get the collection collected. But I gave away a ton of supplements and like food, spices, things that were in here. So yeah, this is the fresh start. So these are the seasonings that we've got here. We've got dill, coriander, oregano, basil, onion powder, thyme. I always say thyme, cayenne pepper, my favorite baby, and red pepper, second. We got the purest salt on the earth. Damn. It took me a good 10 minutes to figure this thing out yesterday. How to open this thing. I got this thing yesterday. Yeah, that's a story. And bay leaf. So these are all on Dr. Sebi's way of life eating for electric body, electric foods. Got some chickpea noodles up there. Hold on, I'm skipping I have just supplements. I was fasting. I used to do fasts and I still will do fasts, but I've got vitamin D. Now, these vitamins, the only thing that's like on Dr. Sebi's list is this Irish sea moss powder. And the name of it is, hold on, where is it at? I know I saw it on here yesterday because I didn't know I was getting the right one. Chondrus crispus. That's the one. So these other supplements are things that I had, and I'm just going to keep them. The dandelion root. These are just a handful of what I decided to keep. The B50 complex, the vitamin D3. We're in the winter here. Like, we can't get sun on our skin, The CalMag zinc and then the iodine with kelp were the ones I chose to keep. This is for the kids. Calcium with vitamin D. This is from, I think, oyster shells. Yeah, phosphorus-free oyster shell calcium. All right, we got 1 can of garbanzo beans, some fire cider that my sister gave me, but there's stuff in there that I can't eat, so I don't know. I'm gonna see like if she might want it back. The book. The teff flour is almost gone, which I was craving. Oh, chickpea flour, flaxseed meal, quinoa, which I call quinoa, and then dark rye flour, which I haven't opened yet. We've got unsweetened coconut flakes, figs, dried figs, because they didn't have any fresh figs, but I love fresh figs. These taste like a fig Newton. I like the black figs. And then Brazil nuts. Got some coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil. Boom. That's that. This is the kids sponge that I wash their plates with. And then after it dries, I put it in this drawer. Makes my OCD very happy. And then I fill up their humidifiers with this. And I fill up their poopy bins that are in their cages with this. I use it so often. And my humidifier, the hot steam one, I fill up. So I just keep it right there because in the winter I use it all the time. All right. Let's start with the freezer. Ice cubes. So I've got these popsicles. I'm trying to give them maybe to my sister. Because when I made them, I used ingredients that are not on my eating plan now. Got some cherries, wild blueberries, avocado. Did you know there's frozen avocado? Yeah, super slick. These are for whoever wants them. Those are for whoever wants them. Same with these and the broccoli. And then I got some frozen butternut squash in case I'm in a pinch and I don't have something fresh. I can roast that or make soup out of it or whatever. And then ice packs. So, and Suyo's dewlap is in here. Graphic. No, that can be another video. We're not going to do that right now. Not trying to gross people out on the kitchen tour. Okay, so the fridge I'm like super proud of. So, and it's just me. I ain't got a family, just my 2 iguanas. So it's pretty basic for just myself and them. But some lime juice. I got a little immunity shot. Hemp milk, coconut waters, aloe vera. That's gonna go to somebody. Okay, so check this out. I had got these baskets from Menards when I first moved. Gotta zoom out. And this makes me feel very organized. When I go grocery shopping, I'll pull the whole basket out and put my stuff away. You know what I'm saying? So those are my other, back here, those are the refrigerated things I need to give to people. But they're not for me. They're for whoever I give them to. So don't worry about them things. Those aren't, we're just gonna pretend they're not even there because that's where my mindset's at. So yeah, I've got this bin is for my vegetables. So bomb, dude. I'm telling you. And then this one's for my fruits. And then this middle shelf is stuff of mine that doesn't fit in the vegetable or the fruit basket. And the eggs are gonna go to somebody. So, yeah, these are my greens. And then from here down is all kid stuff. So this little pull-out basket is vegetables right underneath my vegetables that are dedicated for my kids, my iguanas. And then you already know their fruit. I kept the fridge open too long, the light turned off. So then you already know their fruit basket is right underneath my fruit basket. So this is a way that I can see what the inventory is for what they have, what we're working with. it helps me make sure that I'm rotating their foods and giving them a variety of foods and making sure that nothing's going bad. And then in the big drawer, that's where their greens are. And then if I need to put anything else in here, because it is a pretty big drawer, really, that's where their greens are, which I need to get on plates for them here soon. So the tour is almost over though. So then over here, oh, I may as well, you guys my face, but you know I'm not a robot. I may as well show you just the stuff within my reach. So I have all my craft stuff in my kitchen. So I have 6 big old boxes that I painted that my ex got these boxes for me. We worked at the store together for a while, and so he had gotten them from his department, which was cool, and then I painted them. This color is Tropical Paradise from Ace Hardware, and then white. I love this. I had this color. I painted my basement that color. My chair over there is painted that color. So yeah, I just kind of went crazy with that color and painted a bunch of stuff. So yeah, those big old craft things are in there, which is real slick because it's like, for example, all of my markers and drawing utensils are in this one. So if I'm gonna paint or draw, if I'm gonna do like a drawing, I'll just take this one out. You know, all of the paint stuff is actually down there. All of my beads are in here. So if I'm doing a bead project, I just take this one out. All of my notebooks, whatnot, are in here. The woodworking and Dremel is in here. You know what I'm saying? So that's the vibe. And then, so this counter, which is so cute. This place used to be a hotel. This counter is a lot lower than that counter. But it's, I don't know, it's just this little nook. There's no outlets in the kitchen except for over the stove right here. That's the only outlets in the kitchen. So I do be listening to my music and videos while I'm cooking in the kitchen, doing dishes, food prep, all that. So I just kept my stuff, my electronics, right in the kitchen because that's where I access them the most. So I've got my headphones, which my ex's mom gave to me for Christmas last year, which was like such a sweet, thoughtful present because I use these things all the time. And my speaker, I got this for a freebie from an employee giveaway when I worked at the grocery store. Man, I use stuff, you know, that people give me. And then the lights that I have underneath the cupboards, they get charged in here because they don't have batteries. They're just USB charge. Super slick. So yeah, everything's in that bowl. With the bowl is from my friend. The garage sale. And then, yeah, so I just keep my fruit, instead of having a fruit bowl, there's space underneath here. So I just put the fruit and vegetables under there, and I do like that actually. It saves space, but also like I can see exactly what I've got, you know. And then the blender that Kathy gave me. So, you know, I love the look of fruit bowls. The thing for me is sometimes the fruit that's at the bottom gets buried, and if I forget about it, it might get moldy, especially in this environment where we keep it hot and humid. So yeah, I like doing it like that. So yeah, I lied when I said it's a short tour, but short is relative. Y'all, I got my knives in here, these cutting boards. So let me tell y'all, so I was at my mom's house like a couple months ago, and I had commented because she had these cutting boards. And I was like, Mom, these are so cool. I want some of these because it has one for, you know, vegetables, poultry, beef, fish, and then 2 little clear ones. I got one up there because I use these things all the time. My kids are hearing me talk and they're like, Mom, we're hungry. So I'm about to feed them using this cutting board. So I finally went and picked some up for myself, And then my mom got me a pack because she didn't know that I had picked some up for myself. So, and I don't eat meat anymore. So I dedicate this green one to cutting their greens. Pardon me. I use this green one for cutting the kids' greens, fruits and vegetables. And then the yellow one I use as a placemat to protect my desk when I eat over there. And then the red one I use for spicy stuff, because I don't want to cut spicy peppers on because I cut a lot of spicy peppers. I like to eat spicy food. It gives me a natural buzz. Feels so good. And I don't need to eat as much food. If it's spicy, I feel full faster too. My body loves spicy food. Ever since doing my 5-day fast. Before I did my 5-day fast, I had an ulcer. But after I did my 5-day, and I couldn't eat spicy food even though my taste buds loved it, my stomach hated it. But ever since I did that 5-day fast, it like reset my body, legit. And I started eating spicy food again after I gradually figured out like, oh, like my stomach isn't feeling like it's getting punched after eating spicy food. Like I can eat, so now I eat spicy food again. So yeah, the ulcer healed. And then the blue one I just use for whatever. So yeah, that. And these are deep drawers too. And then this one, I've got baking stuff. My mom gave me this. And then the cooking utensils. And then down here I have the rest of my craft stuff. So literally all of my craft stuff and backup stuff is down here. A printer that my dad gave me. I use this book for a mouse pad because of the texture. Office stuff is in here. Painting stuff is in here, plus this box is paint. Can't remember what I have in here. Oh, like wrapping paper, tissue paper, cards that I've gotten for my friends, and then stickers, and was in this one like trinkets and stuff for crafting, and then wrapping paper that my friend had wrapped my gift in, and then the bag she gave me my gift in because I just thought it was so cute, because I be keeping that stuff, using it. So anyways, that's gonna be about it for the tour, y'all. A few random things in here. This, my friend gave me this one, the grater. Put the grater on top of the container and grate right into it. And then there's a lid that you can put right on top of it. I got this bowl from the garage sale that I got I got this really cool bowl. It's beautiful, but once you put stuff in it, you can't really see how beautiful it is. So I've got the pumpkin carving stuff and those in there. Oh, and then my little that thing. Yeah, I got that stash box thing at the same garage sale as I got that bowl over the summer. So we winding this tour down, y'all. The decor, like this thing I've had for many years, and then that little pineapple thing matches it. And so I don't eat pineapples now, but I love pineapples. I love the fruits that I don't eat anymore. I still love them a lot. Pineapples are like so delicious. They're one of my many favorite fruits. And so I do like to look at them. They make me feel good. And it's funny because I had a job where I was cutting fruit for a couple years. You know those fruit cups? If you go to like a fancy store, you know, like more like, you know, like a co-op or like you know, they have the fruit cups. Well, you know, some other stores, you know, have those too, but they're not the cups, they're like the packages. But I used to cut the fruit for the fruit cups, so I did that for a couple of years. So, which is cool because I know how to cut all the fruit now, you know. and fast. So, but anyways, the percolator, the teapots. There's another teapot under there that I got from that garage sale from the Rastaman Ricky, who he told me like about different local areas to go to like dance and like hang out, but a lot of them are bars and I don't really like going to bars. So, and then I got these two teas yesterday, chamomile and raspberry leaf, because those are on my eating plan. I had one leftover fennel. Y'all, I had so much tea in here, it's ridiculous. And then the elderberry, I'm about to make some of this when I prep for my kids. So that's it. Oh, no, it's not home. Sponges, dish towels. And then the cooking stuff. Baking and cooking pans, and I almost forgot. My tools are in here. I gave away a lot of tools, y'all, to make all my tools fit in here. It's crazy. You know, because I went from having a house to going in a studio, so it's like I had, and then just, you know, the supplies. And then this stuff is, I need to give this back to my mom. I had borrowed her vacuum, but I have my coolers back here that I use daily when I have my summertime job. Got this big cooler and then a small one. So yeah, I think that's, thanks for taking the tour with me, huh? I don't know what time it is, but I know that I got a food prep for my kids and brew up some elderberry tea. And oh, let me show you all my garbage. Hold on. Garbage last. So there's this cupboard here, and originally I was gonna put, you know, the brooms and the cleaning stuff in here, but really, y'all, like, I needed a place to put my garbage. Like, the only other place I could put the garbage is under here, which I don't like that, or like in this, you know, 8-inch crack here between, and that wasn't really it. So I just like put my garbage in there, so it's out of the way, you know. And then the recycling is up above the garbage. So yeah, it's cool. So y'all, thank you for doing this tour with me. Y'all are the bestest. Like, you know, for watching this, like, I don't know, I just like chatting with y'all. And for me, it's really like the small things that are a big deal. The big things are a big deal too, but you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I look forward to posting some iguana videos later today. I gotta get with these kids though. And then I am going to start a painting today of Prince. So I need to start making some money, and I need to start doing some side hustles that are passion based. So I'm gonna start today with painting Prince. I think I might sell the Bob Marley painting that I painted. So, but that's another thing. I'll talk to you guys later, and I love you so much, and I hope that y'all have an amazing day.